internal audit committees persist, mainly due to the often lower salaries offered as prescribed by SRC. To address this issue, SRC may need to reconsider their compensation with structures and offer competitive remuneration to ensure our internal committees, Madam Speaker, are able to function. Madam Speaker, during the interrogation of the various county entities during this period, the committee noted that most entities failed to disclose their contingent liabilities in the financial statements. County governments do not need to recognize a contingent liability, but it should disclose details of any contingencies, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the committee also observed that most of the county entities have incurred huge legal fees, and they include the county executive of Uasin Gishu, Machakos, Nairobi City County, and the Machakos County Assembly, running into billions contracted lawyers and their firms as legal fees. The committee has observed that some of the county entities are deliberately not utilizing the office of the county attorney, which US was instrumental in passing in the last session, and that is why they like outsourcing legal services. Additionally, the committee observed that counties have failed to explore alternative dispute resolution to try and resolve and to save billions. Madam Speaker, the committee continues, and it is a concern in the high interest in the unhealthy size and growth of wage bills in many of the counties. In the last quarter of the committee wrote to 7 counties to explain the measures they have taken to reduce the wage bill to recommended at 5%. Threshold and plans to write and invite more county executives during the 3rd session to deliberate on the issue in a bid to ensure fiscal prudence. Madam Speaker, the issue of wage bill in counties, almost all of them are violated. Madam Speaker, the committee undertook a county visit through Senate Mashinani, for example, in Turkana, and it is notable, to county headquarters, governors, official residents, Lodwar fire station, speakers, residents, and the new Turkana County Assembly chamber. Madam Speaker, the committee observed the county head governors and other residents that we visited had either stalled or taken too long to complete. Full payments on projects and contractors were not on site. The committee directed the EACC to take interest on the projects, especially in Turkana County. Further, the controller of budget to also question and scrutinize requisition relating to the highlighted projects in Turkana County. Madam Speaker, adopted a report of the finance and budget on the county government's infrastructure projects, comprising county executive headquarters offices, assembly chambers and offices, and county state offices, residents that cap the costs of constructing the governor's residences at 45 million and speaker's residence at a cost of 35 million. However, the committee observed that most of the counties already awarded contracts that had gone beyond this sum. We have therefore directed the controller of budget to stop release of funds meant for reconstruction, because the governor's residence should cost a maximum of 45 million and speaker's residence at 35 million. Madam Speaker, there's 9th point. The committee observed there was rampant voiding of payments by county governments. The approved cash plans by controller of budget are not adhered to, contrary to Section 22 of the COB Act 2016. The committee recommends the COB to institute mechanisms to enforce compliance of approved cash plans by counties. Further, the committee recommends that the Senate Delegated Legislation Committee fast-tracks the consideration and adoption of controller of budget regulations for better carrying out and giving effect to any provision of the Act. Madam Speaker, the committee has met and interrogated many county assemblies. However, most of the county assemblies are still grappling with poor asset management. Majority of county assemblies do not possess titles to the land on which assemblies sit. The committee has since been informed that it has been established by Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council, IBEC, to validate assets and liabilities inherited from defunct and local authorities, and expected to report back between January and March 2024. And when the report is ready, we shall bring it. Madam Speaker, point number 11, the Senate, through the county allocation revenue, has over years increased budgetary ceilings to county assemblies, way above the recommended 7% threshold under the PMF Act 2012. In some cases, assemblies have received as much as 16% of the county revenue, for example, Kirinyaga, while on the other hand, assemblies still receive less than 7%, for example, Mombasa. Madam Speaker, the committee also fast-tracking of legislative and administrative measures, county assembly financial autonomy, and I know that amendment has been read the first reading, so that we can give most of the county assemblies financial autonomy in their work. Madam Speaker, point number 12, and it's of concern of the country, is pending bills continue to be a big problems. Madam Speaker, first quarter of the third session, the committee shall convene a meeting with Auditor of General Office, Controller of Budget, Council of Governors, National Treasury, and EACC to define actionable measures to ensure integrity and completeness of accounts payable across the counties, which continue and pending bills continue to affect most of the counties. Madam Speaker, point number 13, during the interrogation of OAG reports, we noticed non-remittance of pension deductions to the relevant pension schemes. And therefore, the total outstanding pension liabilities accrued as submitted by the COB indicates a total of whopping 85 billion as at 31st March that has not been remitted to the relevant pension schemes. Point number 14, Madam Speaker, on human resource issues affecting 47 counties, the committee observed that the secretary to the County Public Service Board by qualification must be a certified secretary and not certified human resource practitioner. The committee observed there is a lacuna in law. The committee noted where there is strict requirements in management of financial resources in the counties, there is a leisurely approach in managing human resources. It was observed that the qualification requirement for those responsible for managing human resources were not strangely spelled out compared to those managing financial resources. And therefore, Madam Speaker, we shall bring an amendment to that. Finally, in conclusion, I wish to thank the members of the committee, the members of the committee and the dedicated secretariat and your office, Madam Speaker, for the support and dedicated who usually sit for long hours. Madam Speaker, this is one of the committees you can sit the whole day, running with numbers, grappling with numbers, and therefore we are working hard to reduce the backlog of audit reports. The committee will use various strategies, including subcommittees in county assemblies, merger of financial years, to shift to a more proactive mandate and to ensure the Senate in concurrent its intervention. And I want to call upon members of this House to be always, when the reports of various counties are brought for adoption, to look at it and debate and give suggestions to how we can improve the work of County Public Accounts Committee. Madam Speaker, with those very many remarks,